Okay, got another week in the garden here. Kind of a good week and kind of not a good week. We're going to lose one of the Renegades. This happens occasionally. It's just a failure to thrive. Somehow the roots never grew on that one, and it is flowering, but it's not going to make it. I'm going to pull it out. So anyway, we have some flowers on the regular Renegades that aren't going to die. I think I saw a female flower, but usually with jack-o'-lanterns, the first female flower gets dropped. Even with a jack-o'-lantern that supposedly, like Renegade, has fewer culls, I am not anticipating having any pumpkins for another week, maybe week and a half. So yeah, we're now down to 7 vines though, so I'm going to work very hard to make sure that everybody is happy and healthy. And as I said at the beginning of the season, I'm a disaster with giant pumpkins because the Atlantic giant is also not very happy. Here it is. We just came off of a really intense heat wave, and it was dry most of the time. I'm thinking this is what did this to this vine. It's lost a lot of its green color, and it's losing some leaves. I'm going to try fertilizing it today and see if that helps. Now that it's cooler. It's going to be very cool on Sunday, only in the 70s. It's been in the low 90s and very dry for a couple of weeks. So, yeah. This one had a few pumpkins on it, but I'm going to take them off now and let it try to recover, and then maybe we'll get a not so giant pumpkin out of it later. There's one that's not going to make it. Here we go. There we go. We're gonna pinch that off. Yeah, that's gone. Okay, so this vine can recover. Maybe I'll let some secondary vines grow on it and choose one of those to have a pumpkin on. And over here is our Mad Hatter pepper. Okay, right there. Mad Hatter has been flowering but dropping all of the fruit. So I'm assuming that the bees haven't found their way over here. Either that or the plant's not very happy. Although there is a catnip right here, and catnip attracts bees by the dozens, so we'll see what happens there. And there's my cherry tomato that grows in the garden every year. It's the only one we're going to have in the garden this year. So I'll try to let a few of those drop and reseed themselves. I'm not very good at saving tomato seeds. I've tried, and it just doesn't work for me for some reason. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see any female flowers, but I see a lot of males right now. So that's the initial stage of blooming for a jack-o'-lantern. There's a female flower. But it'll probably be dropped. So, yeah, the initial stage for blooming for Renegade or any jack-o'-lantern is male flowers. And then they have the female flowers, but they usually drop the first ones. And this poor little guy I'm going to pull out today, I think. Shame. But once in a while that happens. Alright. Over here, we've got what I hope are those interesting heirloom type tomatoes. They were small golf ball sized tomatoes, a little over golf ball size that we had last year. came up on their own. I don't know what variety they are, but they were interesting. And some people thought they were delicious. I didn't. And over here we have, let's see here, Mucho Nacho. Mucho Nacho is a large jalapeno. At first I thought it was less spicy than a regular jalapeno, and then I found a website that said it's more spicy, and now I'm thinking it's just a regular jalapeno. It's neither really hot nor really mild. There are a few of those at the bottom of the plant on the way there. And we've got beefsteaks on all three plants. Let's see if we can get one on camera here. I don't know what I'm getting. I'm just pointing the camera right now, so we'll find out when we go inside and put it on the computer. But that's a beefsteak. They're kind of pretty. They got a lot of pleats in them. Let's see if I can find one that I can look while I'm filming it. There we go. That must be it. Yeah, they're kind of pretty. So those are the beefsteaks. We had a night of rain last night, and then it cooled off. Here are my Space Master cucumbers. They're slightly light in color. I think cucumbers are lighter than pumpkins, so I'm not going to let that worry me. They're starting to crawl and climb. And there's some flowers at the bottom there. You can see that. So we should have cucumbers on the way within a couple of weeks. And over there, Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak. The biggest one's about pretty close to, I'd say, 8 or 9 feet tall now. The others are going to stay shorter. But at least we got one big one this year. And let's see here. The other bad thing that happened was that the neighbor is putting down a tile walkway, and they were cutting the tiles to fit the walkway, and dust got all over the garden. And it seems to have affected some of the plants very badly. Hopefully it won't turn into some kind of poison in the fruits. You know, that would be just my luck. These are big beef, and big beef is covered with tomatoes. The plant is absolutely covered with tomatoes. So here is what is this? Rosa Bianca eggplant. Maybe we'll give us an eggplant in the next week or so. And Mucho Nacho. Mucho Nacho has been giving us pepper after pepper after pepper. I don't know what they taste like yet because I've given peppers away, but I'm going to keep the next few and try them. So, yeah, that's our garden for this week. Give you a long view here so you can see how it's doing. And I'll close there, and I'll see you next week.